beyond my reach. One must be prepared with one's soda if one is prepared to begin one's podcast. It is just about 12 o'clock, midnight, on the west coast of the United States. Bing, there it goes. It is 0800 GMT. You're watching cBas After Dark. As this window here will say. Actually, I could make that full screen to try and class the joint up a little bit. So, try and fire a little more on all 4 cylinders tonight, if you will. I know 4 is a lot of cylinders, so I don't want to try and alarm you with how much excitement there will be. But yes, it's going to be a good show. I am excited for tonight's Game Show Tuesday. In fact, I'm overloaded with stuff to do. There's actually way too much going on. At the end of the show, we're going to talk X-Files because I don't know if you saw tonight's episode. It is the one I delayed talking about last night. It's really the reason the show last night was 20 minutes short or so. Last night was I just wasn't feeling super good. By the way, remember the new graphics I mentioned? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. I don't know how they're showing up on screen here. I'm sort of trying to judge that. Of course, it is Game Show Tuesday. And then, of course, the kind of unintentional logo of the show, which is just the big full moon. How many shows in history on television have used a moon as their kind of symbolic whatever? Just logo, it's a good logo. It's right up there with the Golden Gate Bridge as far as logos are concerned. So yes, this Game Show Tuesday graphic, I kind of wasn't sure if the blue would be the same blue as the letters are, and it looks like it is, so I may have to change that background effect. This was version 1 of the graphics I tried. Version 2 is coming up in a second here. We're going to see that. That's the one with kind of the slot machine motif for the one font, as you can see here. Joker, no, Game Show Tuesday, right here only on cBas After Dark. What we're watching tonight is really cool. We've got an unseen pilot, an unaired pilot of the remote control game show from MTV. We've got a Spanish version of the $25,000 Pyramid, which I really enjoy, and we'll talk about why. And we've got some Nipsey Russell flashbacks. Where's my calendar? Everything. By the way, here's the other version of the graphic, which you cannot see on the screen at all. Interesting. And this is the one I thought would show up a little better. Well, live and learn. Okay, live and learn. But for tonight, every so often, you'll see this on the screen, and you will understand that it is not meant for consumption. After all, didn't have time to screen test all of these graphics. But let's get started. I want to go ahead and switch over to Game Show Tuesday and begin. Let's see here. Present that to everyone. Boy, don't you love it when your face freeze frames on a closed eye sort of a thing. Isn't that just the phenomenon? By the way, you heard me talking about my pre-roll for February for... I guess that's not going to work. I can't show you the pre-roll for February. From Sebastian After Dark, but we can go to YouTube here. And if I go to my history, I think what we will see is just stuff that I want to watch that I have seen recently. That was practically a sentence, or a poem, I mean. Here we go. Here's the MTV Remote Control Unseen Pilot. On cBas After Dark Game Show Tuesday.
You're spending far too much on this.
Okay, well, didn't mean for the ad to be there. That's not cool.
You're spending far too much on this show, Mr. Over. Are you sure you need new prizes? I think the contestants would be perfectly content to have used prizes so long as they weren't badly damaged. I don't. Gee whiz, Miss. Hey, these are great little questions here.
Nobody think of the questions before we start.
All right. Hey, how much does this bird get here?
Relax. I can barely get him to pay the taxi cab fare over here, okay?
All right, see if we can get her to take the bus.
Hey, look, you just can't come in here.
Mr. Over! You know, I want you to know that this is one of the worst managed game shows since Pass the Cash, when they used to hand out $100 bills to passers-by in the street.
I love that show.
Mr. Over, if you believe that, I pity you.
Hey, we have a game to play here. Do you mind?
You call it a game? I call it financial irresponsibility.
Yeah, right, great. Okay, hey, players, get your buzzer fingers erect, because this is for 5 points and control of the remote. In real life, he was a sleazy accountant. Then he went on to play a psychologist on the Bob Newhart Show. Who is he? He plays an innkeeper on the new Bob Newhart Show. Kevin for 5 in control.
Bob Newhart?
Bob Newhart! That's right, buddy. You will be in control, because when you're in control... Wait a minute,
about this remote control thing. Don't you think it'd be better if the contestants got out of their chair and changed the channel themselves?
Get out of here, because you'll be in control, Kevin, because it's time to play!
Kenny wasn't like the other kids.
TV matters, nothing else did.
Will said yes, but he said
No. Now he's got his own game show. And now, it's his basement. It's his room. It's his game show. The Quizmaster of 72, Whooping Coupling, Ken Over.
Helen Queen.
Contestant,
Yeah.
my friend, thank you very much. Thanks a lot and welcome. We have 3 contestants in the starting gates. Let's meet them, find out who they are. Contestant number 1, her name is Nancy. She's a freshman at Fairleigh Dickinson University, where she majors in marketing. She likes to talk to strange people, and she doesn't like to waste time. What are you doing here?
having fun.
That's enough. Contestant number 2, his name is Kevin. His nickname is Mucus, spelled backwards. I don't even want to get into that. He likes to party and play laser tag. Now, Kevin, I noticed you have some mousse on your hair. Is that a carefully applied amount of mousse, or is that you just wing it?
I use an industrial dispenser in the morning. It kind of helps me out.
Yeah, don't prick yourself on that hair, girls. Let me just warn you that. Carolyn is contestant number 3. She is a freshman at Stony Brook. She's undecided as to her major. She likes to dance, and she likes to scope for guys. What does that mean? How do you scope for guys? Could you scope me, for instance?
It just comes naturally.
It comes natural.
Yeah.
Nicely put. Okay, contestants, very quickly. This is my game. Here's how it's played. Up there on the big zenith, we have a whole bunch of cable TV channels. Now, you whip around the dial with your remote. I ask questions about the channels you land on. The first person to buzz in and give the correct answer wins control of the remote. That means you have the power to change channels or stay where you are for bigger point total. Any questions? Didn't think so. Okay, Kevin, you have the lead with 5 points, and you have control of the remote control. What would you like to do?
Okay, Ken, I think I'm going to go for channel number 2.
Channel 2. Dead or alive, contestants, for 5 points. Dead or alive. Natalie Wood, dead or alive. Carolyn for 5.
Dead.
Dead, that's right, Carolyn. That's right, you have a tie for the lead with 5 points, and you have control of the remote control.
I'll stay on this channel.
Stay with Dead or Alive, contestants for 10 points. Joe DiMaggio, Dead or Alive. Nancy for 10.
Alive.
Alive is right, Nancy. Nancy springs to the lead with 10 points, and you have control of the remote control.
I'm going to stay with channel 2.
Stay with channel 2. Close it out for 15 points, contestants. Desi Arnaz, dead. Carol, Nancy for 15.
Alive. I'm dead.
No. Take a shot, Kevin. Carolyn for 15.
Dead.
Dead is right. You must take your first answer. Carolyn, you have 20 points and control. What would you like to do?
I'll take channel 4.
Channel 4. Prime time, contestants. This is for 5 points. In real life, Rhea Perlman is married to a man who is known for what? That is Kevin for 5.
Danny DeVito.
Louis De Palma.
No, we need more information. Who is known for playing roles short of patience and height? Who is he? Who is this man? Nancy for 5.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is right. Okay, 15 points you have, and you have control of the remote control, Nancy.
I'll stay with Channel 4.
Channel 4, okay. Continuing on with prime time, this is for 10 points. Contestants, like Typhoid Mary, Cliff Clavin Jr. is a carrier. Only Cliff does it for a living.
Clavin
What
is on
does he carry?
Cheers.
Kevin for 10. The mail. The mail is right, Kevin. All right, Kevin.
I think I'm going to use my remote and change the channel over to number 7.
Channel 7. Okay, contestants, put your hands on the buzzers because the top 4 answers to this sex survey are on the board. Now, we surveyed college students in the Philadelphia area and asked them this question. Which movie has the best perverted sex scene? Now, I'm looking for the top answer. Which movie has the best perverted sex scene? Carolyn for 10.
Less than 0.
Survey says... No! Other contestants want to take a stab. Nancy.
9.5 weeks.
9.5 weeks.
Right.
Survey says... Yes, 9.5 weeks. Very good, Nancy. You got the 10 points. Let's take a look at what else was up there. Number 4. Rest the Kill. Number 3. Fatal Attraction. And number 2. Blue Velvet. All right. Very good, Nancy. You have the lead and control of the remote control.
I'll go to Channel 6.
Channel 6. Stand up, sit up straight. Everyone sit up straight. The Genius Channel. Contestants, this is for 5 points. Which is heavier, a ton of bricks or a ton of briquettes? Kevin for 5.
They both weigh the same.
That's right. You know you had a kind of a dazed look on your face when you answered that question, Kevin. But it doesn't matter. Dazed look or not, you have control or remote control.
I'm going to stay with Channel 6 and take another question.
Okay. The Genius Channel.
The Genius
For 10
Channel.
points, contestants. Mount Rushmore has the heads of Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln carved into it. Within one, how many heads are carved into Mount Rushmore?
4.
Kevin for 10.
4.
Yes! 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 How about you? You almost fooled me on that one, Kevin. Kevin, you have the lead with 30 points, and you have control of the remote control still.
This is kind of tough, but I'm going to stay with the Genius Channel.
You're sweating now, you know that. This is for 15 points, contestants. The movie A Chorus Line was based on what rock? No, someone bunged?
Okay.
Carolyn, for 15 points.
A chorus line.
A Chorus Line is right. It's based on which Broadway musical? Okay, that gives you the lead, 35 points, Carolyn, and you have control of the almighty remote control.
I'll go to Channel 1.
Channel 1. Jefferson. And this is not the president's family, by the way. For 5 points, contestants, what side of town did the Jeffersons... Nancy for 5.
East side?
East side is right. What side did they move up to? The east side is correct. That gave you... Okay, Nancy, you have control of the remote control.
Channel 1.
Channel 1, stay with it. Jefferson for 10 points. Contestants, she had the appearance of one who was in desperate need of some Midol. What was the name of the maid on the Jeffersons? Nancy for 10.
Well, Florence?
Florence is right. We'll accept that. Very good.
Oops.
Oh, that is the end of round 1.
Okay, sorry about that.
And looks like, I believe, Carolyn is in the lead, is she? Yes, Carolyn, you are in the lead. And when we come back, we'll be playing round 2. And the one person to survive to the end of that baby has a chance to win this.
A collection of watches from Casio featuring the DW5200G Shock Watch. This 200-meter water-resistant diver's watch is also shock-proof. It's perfect for the great outdoors from Casio. From Polygram Records, a collection of CDs
What is that?
featuring Joe's
What?
Mellencamp catalog, including the very latest recording, The Lonesome Jubilee. You'll hear the stars come alive on Polygram compact discs. Tape Reflex, competitor never mind, now I'm messing the rad knee board. Dual retractable pin.
Well, while they're going over the